Hey everyone, welcome back to the Real English Learning Podcast. I'm Ryan.
And I'm Maya. We're so glad you're here with us today.
Maya, I want to ask you something super relatable. Have you ever come home after a long day at work and someone asks you, "So, how was your day?" And you just go completely blank?
Oh, absolutely. Like, so many things happen, but suddenly I can't find the words, especially in English. I just say, it was fine, and hope no one asks a follow-up question.
It was fine. The most mysterious answer in the English language. It could mean anything from, "I had the best day of my life," to, "I am barely holding it together right now."
Exactly. And the problem is, when you say fine, people stop asking. You miss the whole chance to connect, to share, to practice your English in a real and meaningful way.
So today, we are going to completely fix that. We're going to give you all the real, natural English expressions you need to talk about your workday confidently, clearly, and like a native speaker.
Whether you work in an office, from home, in a store, a hospital, a school, it doesn't matter. These phrases work everywhere for every kind of job. So grab your coffee, settle in, and let's get into it. Okay, Ryan, let's start from the very beginning of the day. You get to work or you sit down at your home desk. What do you say in English when someone asks how your morning started?
Great question. So, the most common way to start is just to describe what you did first. For example, you might say, "I got in early today." That means you arrived before your usual time.
Or the opposite. I got in a little late this morning. That's super common and totally natural.
And honestly, very relatable for a lot of people. Another phrase I love is, "I hit the ground running." It means you started working immediately with a lot of energy and focus. No slow start, no easing in, just straight into the work.
Oh, I love that one. So you'd say something like, I hit the ground running today. I had 3 emails to send before I even finished my coffee.
Perfect sentence. And speaking of emails, one of the first things most people do at work is check their inbox. You can say, "I started by going through my emails," or, "I had a pile of emails waiting for me this morning."
And a pile of emails, that just means a lot of emails, right? It's a figurative expression. You're not talking about actual paper piled up on your desk.
Exactly. We use pile figuratively all the time in English. Like, "I have a pile of work to get through today." It just means a big amount of something.
Now, here's a phrase I personally use a lot. I had a slow start. That means the morning felt quiet, not too busy. Maybe you eased into work gradually, had a coffee, read through a few things before diving in.
Yes. And the opposite would be, "It was a hectic morning." Hectic means very busy, fast paced, almost chaotic. Like, "It was a hectic morning, back to back calls from 9 o'clock, no time to breathe."
I feel that in my soul every Monday. And you know what, Ryan? A lot of learners forget they can also just give a simple time detail, like, I had a pretty normal morning, or the morning flew by. That last one, flew by, means it went very quickly.
Yes. "The morning flew by" is such a natural, native sounding phrase. People use it all the time. "I got so caught up in work that the whole morning just flew by."
Great! So we've already got a nice set of phrases just for describing how the day started. Let's move on to everyone's favorite topic, meetings.
Okay, so now we're into the workday. And for so many people, the workday means meetings. So many meetings.
So many meetings. Okay, so how do we talk about meetings in natural English?
The basics first. You can say, I had a meeting this morning. Simple and clear. Or if it was with a specific person, I had a meeting with my manager. Or I had a call with a client.
And a call these days usually means a video call, right? Like a Zoom or Teams meeting, not necessarily a phone call anymore.
Totally. Context usually makes it clear. You might also say, we had a team check in. A check in is a short, informal meeting where everyone shares quick updates. It's not a long strategy session, just a touch base.
I love that phrase. A check in feels less intimidating than a big formal meeting. And what about when a meeting goes badly or just takes way too long?
Well, this is so important. If a meeting was too long, you can say the meeting dragged on. That means it went on much longer than it needed to. We had a 2-hour meeting that honestly could have been an email.
That is the most relatable sentence in the history of office life. Or you can say the meeting ran over, meaning it went past the scheduled end time.
Yes. And if it was a good, productive meeting, you'd say, we had a really good meeting. We got a lot done. Or we finally got on the same page. That phrase, on the same page, means everyone now understands and agrees on the same things.
So useful. And what if the meeting involved a lot of new information, like a training session or a strategy update, and you felt a bit overwhelmed?
You could say, I had a lot to take in during that meeting. To take in means to absorb or understand information. It's often used when there's a lot of new or complex content being shared at once.
Perfect. And what do people say after a meeting when they have tasks to complete?
After a meeting, people often say, I need to follow up on a few things, which means they have action items or things they promised to do. I'll follow up with you by end of day. Can you follow up on that report?
Follow up is such a key phrase in professional English. It appears in emails, in conversations, everywhere. Definitely one to add to your vocabulary list.
And one more. If a meeting was canceled last minute, you can say, our meeting got pushed back, meaning it was moved to a later time. Or, our meeting got called off, meaning canceled completely.
Oh, those are great. Called off sounds so natural. Our Friday meeting got called off, so I had the whole afternoon free. Now, let's talk about the actual work, the tasks, the to do lists, the deadlines. How do people describe what they worked on during the day?
So, a really natural phrase is, I spent most of the day working on, and then you name the task. For example, I spent most of the day working on a presentation for next week. Simple, clear, and professional.
And what about when you finish something? That great feeling of completing a task?
I finally wrapped up that report. To wrap up means to finish or complete something. We wrapped up the project ahead of schedule, meaning before the deadline.
And ahead of schedule means earlier than planned, right? So if the deadline was Friday and you finished Wednesday, you're ahead of schedule.
Exactly. The opposite is behind schedule, running late. We're a little behind schedule on this one, so we need to pick up the pace. Pick up the pace means to work faster or with more urgency.
Pick up the pace. Go faster. Love it. And what about when you're totally overwhelmed with work?
The classic phrases here are I'm swamped. Swamped. It means extremely busy, like you're drowning in work. I was absolutely swamped today. I didn't even get a lunch break.
Or you can say, I'm buried in work. Same idea. So much work that you feel like you can't surface. And this one's very common too. I couldn't catch a break today. That means you had no rest, no quiet moment, one thing after another.
Very visual, very relatable. Another one, I had a lot on my plate today. Your plate represents all the responsibilities you're managing. A full plate means a very busy day.
And if someone adds more work to your already full day, you'd say they put even more on my plate, which, as you can imagine, is rarely welcome.
Not at all. And at the end of a productive day, you can say, I got through a lot today, or I managed to tick off most of my to do list. To tick off or check off items means you completed them one by one.
That satisfying feeling when you tick something off your list, there's really nothing like it. And what about when you didn't get as much done as you hoped?
Great point. You might say, I didn't get as much done as I wanted today, or I got sidetracked. To get sidetracked means you were distracted or pulled away from your main task by something else.
I was going to finish the proposal, but I kept getting sidetracked by phone calls. That is painfully real.
Okay, now let's talk about the harder days, because not every workday goes smoothly. How do we describe stressful or difficult situations at work in natural English?
This is so important because a lot of English learners can describe when things go well, but really struggle when things go wrong. And those are often the days you most need to express yourself.
Right. So let's say something unexpected happened. You might say, something came up this morning. That means an unexpected situation or problem appeared. I was going to finish the report, but something came up and I had to deal with that first.
Or, we ran into a problem with the system. To run into something means to unexpectedly encounter it, usually a problem or an obstacle. It's a very common natural phrase.
And if your whole day felt disrupted, you can say, it was one of those days. Everyone knows exactly what that means. Things didn't go as planned. One thing led to another. Or more specifically, nothing went according to plan today.
We've all had those days. And what if there was tension with a coworker or a difficult moment with a manager?
You don't have to go into full detail. You can say something like, things got a bit tense in the meeting. Tense meaning there was discomfort or conflict. Or I had a bit of a difficult conversation with my boss today. That phrase handles the situation with maturity without oversharing.
And if you're not ready to talk about it yet, it was a tough day. I'll fill you in later. Fill you in means to give someone the full details or update them on what happened.
Great addition. And for days when you're just mentally exhausted at the end, I'm completely drained. Drained means all your energy is completely gone. Or I'm running on empty, meaning you have nothing left, like a car that's out of fuel.
Oh, running on empty? I use that one so often. And then there's I need to decompress. To decompress means to relax and release the stress from the day. You might say, I just need to sit down, watch something, and decompress.
Perfect way to end a hard day. And here's one more that's very natural. I'm glad that day is over. Simple, honest, and every single person on the planet has said it at some point.
Absolutely every single one. Okay, let's shift gears. Let's talk about small talk at work. Because a lot of the conversation during a workday isn't actually about the work itself. It's the stuff around the edges, the quick chats, the hallway conversations.
Yes, the conversations at the coffee machine, in the elevator, at the beginning of a meeting before it officially starts. These small talk moments are incredibly important for building relationships and feeling comfortable at work.
So, what are some natural small talk phrases people use with coworkers?
The classic opener is, how's your day going so far? Simple, friendly, open-ended. You're not asking about anything specific, you're just opening a door for conversation.
And typical responses would be, not bad, keeping busy. or pretty good, finally got through my inbox, or even just hanging in there, which means you're okay, but it's been a bit of a tough one.
Hanging in there is so honest and so human. I love it. Another common one is, can you believe how busy it's been lately? This invites your coworker to relate to your experience and commiserate with you.
Commiserate, to share in each other's stress or frustration. And it really does build connection. Even just saying, yeah, it's been a crazy week, makes people feel less alone in their experience.
Absolutely. And what about when you want to give someone a genuine compliment about their work? Very common in a positive workplace environment.
Oh, yes. You'd say something like, you really knocked it out of the park in that presentation. To knock it out of the park means to do something exceptionally well. It comes from baseball, but everyone uses it now.
Or more simply, great job on that today. Or you really handled that well. Those are simple but meaningful things to say to a coworker.
And at the end of the day, when you're wrapping up and heading out, what are the most natural goodbye phrases?
Have a good evening is warm and friendly. See you tomorrow is casual. Or just later if you're close with the person. And have a great one is very commonly used too. A bit more energetic.
And if your coworker looks noticeably tired or stressed, big day? Just 2 words. It's minimal, it's kind, and it opens the door for them to share if they want to.
That's the art of small talk. Minimal effort, maximum connection. You're not demanding a full story. You're just letting the person know you see them.
I love that. And it makes such a difference in how comfortable people feel around each other at work.
All right, before we wrap up, let's do a quick vocabulary tour of all the key words and phrases from today's episode. Great way to review everything before you go.
First up, hit the ground running. To start something immediately with full energy and focus. No warm-up needed.
Hectic, extremely busy and fast-paced. It was a hectic morning. A very useful adjective for work life.
Flew by. When time passes very quickly. The morning flew by.
Check-in. A short, informal meeting to share quick updates with the team.
Dragged on. When something, like a meeting, lasts much longer than it should.
On the same page. When everyone understands and agrees on the same things.
Follow up. To take further action on something after an initial conversation or meeting.
Called off. Canceled. The Friday meeting got called off.
Wrap up. To finish or complete something. I wrapped up the report by noon.
Swamped. Overwhelmed with work. Extremely busy.
A lot on my plate. Having many tasks and responsibilities to handle at once.
Got sidetracked. Distracted from the main task by something else.
Something came up. An unexpected problem or situation appeared.
Running on empty. Completely exhausted with nothing left in the tank.
Decompress. To relax and release the stress from a difficult day.
Knock it out of the park. To do something exceptionally well.
And finally, hanging in there. Managing okay, even though things have been a bit tough. Wow, what a packed episode! We covered so much ground today, from how to describe the start of your morning to navigating meetings, managing your workload, handling stressful moments, and even making small talk with the people around you.
And here's what I really want you to take away. You don't need to use every single phrase we shared today. That would actually sound strange. Just pick 2 or 3 that feel most natural and most relevant to your own job and start using them this week.
Practice them out loud. Say them to yourself in the mirror. Use them in a real conversation. The more you say them, the more automatic and natural they become. And that's when real fluency starts to happen.
Because fluency isn't about knowing every word in the dictionary. It's about having the right phrases ready when you need them. And today, you loaded up your English toolkit with some seriously useful ones.
Real stories, real phrases, real confidence. That's what this podcast is all about.
If you found this episode helpful today, please make sure you subscribe. It really helps us grow and reach more learners around the world. And if you're listening on a podcast app, leaving us a 5-star review means the world to us.
And come find us on YouTube. Drop a comment and tell us which phrase from today's episode are you going to use first. Or try using one of our new words in a sentence. We read every single comment and we love hearing from you.
Until next time, keep practicing, keep speaking, and always remember, real English starts here. See you next time.